Come as you may. Ah! Demons! How dare you play tricks? I am not afraid. You shall fear the light, demons. We must venture further. Goes on in here? Absolutely nothing. Tinderbox! Once again, we have been graced. Most definitely. We march forward. What goes beyond this door? The chancel. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Oh dear. Torture is such a heinous thing. Up we go, my friends. What lies among the chancel? What? For the beast is entered! Where doth the beast lie? Oh dear! He has discovered me! We must run post-haste! Run, my friends, run! Knave! Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. That is what you get for torturing people. Oh dear, flashback.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
How horrid! Beast! How dare you commit such crimes? Such gruesome crimes.
How are things coming?
Very fine.
By me? I'm the next best thing.
That is great to know, my friend. What lies among here? I do not know. Nothing of importance seems to be among here.
That is good to see.
That is as well. What lies among here? Choir entrance. However, I do not wish to go to the choir just yet. I wish to go to the transept. What lies among here? Such dusty fruits and such. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is, and has been for centuries, my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first, so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, and I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. While Choir seems to be a fertile grounds for the sort, I should be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae should be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling conch. I will have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. One note speaks of a mixture made with 3 ingredients. My friends, we have found exactly what Agrippa is looking for. Success! The quest continues! My friends, we are on the right track. Now it seems I need to find 6 orb pieces. Oh dear. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Oh dear. A tortured soul he is, yes. Nothing. Tinderbox. Oh dear. Nothing. It seems we need 6. Oh, tinderbox. We need 6 orb pieces and 3 pieces of ingredients located in 3 different areas. We shall begin immediately. Now the choir contains the fungi. The tempter is located in a conch in a well. Now I have seen a well before, but I wonder if it is the same conch. No more torches. Dear me. We move on.
Was there something else?
No, there was not, sir.
Incredible.
Agrippa, the dying man, wants a specific tonic made to save him. Is this the well? Let's investigate. I hear bubbling. What goes on? Oh dear! It seems we have found a demon. Okay, this raises the rope up and down. But what shall I do? What must I lower? Perhaps this? No. Aha! We must feed the conch. Appease him. Begin. Oh dear. How dreadful. Ugly beast. How disgusting. My God. Remains. Our quest continues, my friends. Moving on. No torches. Aha! We must light up the area. Swiftly, in fact. Oh, that is it. Here is the transept. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. No, it might not, my friend. Whoa! How dreadful. Satanic rituals! Flashbacks!
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Oh, poor fellow. For one is being brought to the torture. I cannot save him. Calm yourself, Daniel. How disgusting. Door! Where shalt thou lead? Candles. We must begin. I am out of tinderboxes, my friends. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear. How? The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Disgusting! We must leave immediately. Piece of orb. Tinderbox. Leave! How dreadful. How simply dreadful. How men can do this to other human beings. Disgusting. This shall be the next venture. What is that noise? I'm coming to save you, sir! Ah! Fear not, sir! Oh, dear God! Oh, how horrid! The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Oh, dear! The orb piece. What is Tinderbox? Hurry! I believe that this is the blood I'm looking for. The blood cannot be reached. Find a way to lower the vessel and collect the blood. We shall. I shall be back here. I'd best light another candle. Just for grins and giggles. There is a third door. What gruesome chamber shall be found in here? Knave, I shall smite thee. What?
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Oh dear God! What gruesome torture is this? How dreadful! How disgusting! Flashback!
No, please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
Oh, poor man. Even a criminal as such should not deserve such treatment. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. I leave this cursed place. It is not of the sound mind. I must equip myself with more oil. We move forward, men. We shall not waver. You do not scare me, demons, for I am not afraid. I have seen what you do, Alexander. You shall not get away from me, Arthur, the legendary knight. The bravest knight to ever live. What goes on above here? Well, nice change in decor. What do you hide? Tinderboxes? String. Another one. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? Or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. After all you have done, Alexander, I shall prevent you from going home as punishment. A letter. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it would prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink, and try again later. Oh dear, he makes them forget as well! Alexander, you monster! You will be defeated by my hand! This shall not go unpunished. Well, my friends, it seems I have the lowering mechanism, string, which I shall attach to the jar and grab the blood I need to extract the vitae. We must move post-haste. Forward, men. We shall not waver. Let's do this quick, my friends. How disgusting. Now just go! We leave. I am sorry, those who have died. Alexander, you beast. May we fight on the battlefield, where I shall cut you down, demon. We leave the transept immediately. There is nothing more we can do here. This dark place must forever be forgotten. To the nave. Such filthy thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Moving on, men. That beast need not be seen.
Was there something else?
No, there was not. The remaining war pieces can be found in the choir. However, I shall start here. To the chancel. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. What goes on in here? I shall be the judge. Flashback!
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
What lies in here?
12th of August, 1839.
banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
How disgusting. A bucket of tar. And a tinderbox. Shall we descend? It won't budge. But a tinderbox has been found. So this was not all for naught. Forward, men. We move to the next room. To the left. What goes on in here? Thunder! God's anger spirals these tunnels. What goes on in here? The pedestal has a smooth hemispherical depression at the top. The pedestal in the chancel has a depression in it that could fit an orb. I see. I see. Then we will have to collect all the orb pieces and place them in order to stop the thunder. And possibly we'll have to do something with that machine. Now what lies to the left? Tinderbox. Ah! What a simple, yet remarkable statue. How intricate. You not agree? However, it is useless to my quest. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything, but I've yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Oh dear. It seems Alexander is not that prisoners are not the only ones who suffer. So many of the same statue. What is his importance? I do not know. Oh dear. Oil. I am done here. Now to the choir, which we shall find the rest of the orb pieces. The wind doth not scare me.
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this.
Ha! Alexander!
You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you!
We shall see who dares, Alexander, for I shall be its winner. To the nave. Carefully cutting the man open made him think this is how father must feel about his craft. being an artisan, relying on one skill to perform another, is so delicate, grants a certain form of pride. How disgusting can that be prideful?
How are things coming?
Very well, Agrippa. Well, my friends, this is where it ends. I'm afraid I must end here. This is Arthur, the brave knight, ending his Let's Play of Amnesia, The Dark Descent.